Time for our Week 10 review, guys. Dez Bryant gets a 93 overall item. It raises the question, is Dez Bryant good? I know he throws up the X. He got a Team of the Week just a couple weeks ago. But is Dez Bryant an actual superstar NFL receiver? Is he on the level of Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, AJ Green? Very questionable answer. Let me know in your comments what you think. Is it a Dak Prescott issue? Is it the Cowboys just have such a good offensive line and run blockers that they don't really need Dez to go downfield? Is it that he doesn't have the talent at the other receiver positions with Cole Beasley and Terrence Williams to get open? Like, what is it about Dez? Is he a superstar receiver? Is he good? I don't know the answer to that question. My answer was trending towards no at the start of the year, but obviously these last couple weeks he's had some big games. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, and we'll talk more about that coming up. But we do have a full slate of Team of the Week, and it starts out with a 6'2" corner who's on my future mud items to watch. 88 speed. Remember, that's as low as we go. And 88 zone coverage. I like the size. I like the acceleration and the agility to match the speed. A little low on the press, which is fine. This isn't an item, for 82, if you're building a team that's in the 80s, this guy can make your squad as a zone cover player, but I don't think he's going to make any teams right now. On this Pro Size, you get a 90 speed halfback with 82 elusive and 82 truck. Good balance, and you'll see that his agility is lower than his speed, which usually makes you think trucking back. That's just kind of how these type of backs work, but he gets balance at both. Only 82 carries, so you can't really utilize him. I think there's better options, like the halfback from Miami that came out last week, who has more speed and a little more elusive. I would skip this Pro Size, but I like what he is, that he is pretty fast and it is balanced for the future. Brait is a no-go. He's not a tremendous run blocker. He doesn't have great route running. He's not super high spec. He is 6'5" with 82 speed, but there's a lot of guys like that, so we're going to pass on Brait. Preston Smith, actually pretty nice with 86 block shed, 84 strength, decent rush move, 88 excel, 25 cap. Maybe this is a cap play for your squad. I think he's super serviceable, but in a regular mutt situation, I would pass. Darian Stewart. Now, last year, Stewart had one of the better items at the Super Bowl level at the end of the season. 90 hit power. This one's only at 86 speed and 87 zone coverage, so I can't recommend him right now, but if he grabs 2 items, then you've got a real shot that this guy becomes one of the more balanced items. You like to see that triangle of speed, zone, and power to reach it in the play rec. So his 2 items from now, he's going to be at potentially 89 speed, 90 play rec, 91 zone, 93 hit power, and that's an item you want on your team at any level. Ryan Matthews is a big-time pass. Doesn't have the route running, doesn't have the carry. I like that he has the agility, but there's a lot of backs that have it. He's more of a truck-style back. It's a weird combo for Matthews, but with the balance, he actually plays pretty good. I've used some Matthews in the past. It's just that I'm gonna say no on the Ryan Matthews for right now. Ogletree, I used his team hero 85, and he played pretty well. He's got 93 tackle, 87 block shed, 93 pursuit, so he's going to be a tackling guy, tackling machine up the middle. You don't want to user him, but his zone coverage is pretty low. He has only 1 pass rush move. I think he has decent power at like 89, but I don't see a situation where you could play this guy over the specific linebacking options you have. Buchanan for middle linebacker for man coverage. You have better options that runs as a run stuff middle linebacker up the middle. You've got better zone coverage options at middle linebacker. So there's a middle linebacker for every situation. He's a pretty decent run stuffing one, but I still think there's so many good middle linebackers right now that Ogletree doesn't get in that conversation, even though his 85 played well, and I'd like to take him out for a spin. Doug Baldwin, 88 speed, 91 route running, 90 catching traffic, 89 spec. This Doug Baldwin matches up super favorably to Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison's going for about 85K. This Doug Baldwin's at 60, but I bet this Doug Baldwin gets down to 30, 35. There's a Football Outsiders Cooper that he's he's a little slower than, but has a little more catching traffic than, a little more route running than. So, like, he's right around the area. He's going to be one of the cheaper options of one of those top tier guys. Now, the 88 speed is, that's the CB mark. I wouldn't go any lower on a receiver, wouldn't go any lower on a CB. So this Doug Baldwin could be the guy. Let's take a look at his run block, as the chat saying that he may have some run block. 66, that's actually pretty high for Ultimate Team. Doesn't have the strength, but I think, comparing to the guys I just compared him with and I went through, I really think this Doug Baldwin's going to play above his ratings for you. And I mean, he is an 88, so he should play pretty good. Mariota. And last year, the Mariotas came out every 3 weeks, and the Mariota climbed and climbed and climbed. This year, he gets up to 87 speed. He's still not at 90 throw power. He's still not even close on his deep accuracy. But what this Mariota does have is a set of skills, a very unique set of skills. He approaches the Tyrod Taylor chemistry, the award winner Tyrod Taylor. And I think those are the two guys you compare. He's one of the fastest guys. If you don't throw deep, he could work for you. He's a short and medium passer. Now, 89 throw power, I'd like to see 92 as low as I go, but he does have 93 throw on the run to make up for that. So if you don't really need a huge arm, he could be the guy. He plays really well in previous years, although, the medium at 90 is good, but I'm seeing, players still overthrow those routes, the McNair. Some of those guys are still overthrowing those medium throws for me, and it's crushing me. So I will try this Mariota. I think he's probably the best option for a fast quarterback in the game, possibly better than the Tyrod. And I'm willing to overlook a little bit less throw power and a little deep. But the good news is it does get this Mariota trending. If he has one more game and he gets up to a 93, 94 at Christmas time, I mean, he's going to, get up in across the board every rating that you need. He's going to get to that 90, 91 speed. He is the guy we need. If we want a fast right-handed quarterback for throwing the run style offense, this is the guy that we're riding our hopes on, him or Tyrod Taylor. Eric Berry, what a interception return, earned this item. He's a free safety. He's got Darian Stewart numbers, 90 speed, 91 zone, 87 hit power. I love what this guy brings to the table. I know his earlier, I believe it was BCA, played tremendous. It's not just because he was a cool dude at Madden Bowl. He made an incredible interception. And he's even up to 81 man. I think this Berry at 6 feet tall is going to play super well. You got to see where his price comes in at. There's a lot of good free safeties out there. Still think the Harrison Smith is my favorite. But, I haven't tried the Dawkins, and so there's a lot of good options. But this guy's super balanced, and he's going to continue to rise. He's gotten some really good items. Now, Dez, we're back on Dez, and I mean, is this guy an elite superstar? I compared him to Randy Moss. I compared him to Odell Beckham. Same speed as Odell, in the same progression rate as Odell. Not the same as Randy Moss. Moss is a little faster. But the Dez only has the 88 route running. I love to see over 90, 92. But they did give Dez 93 spec. And what I found interesting about the Dez versus the Odell is this is the older Dez, right? He's gotten one speed in each of his guys. In each of his items, he's getting one speed. In this version, they gave him 3 route running. And they gave him, I believe, 2 spec and 2 catch in traffic. Because he went to a 93. So here he went 85 to 87. Now he's actually gone up 6 to a 93. So he has taken a big-time leap to be, out of that Tier 2, A.J. Green, Julio, like younger Julio Jones. This 93 is now jumping into that Moss level. And the price is up in that Moss level, too. He's into that Tim Brown level. He's at that 90 speed. Like, this Dez does put him in superstar territory of Tier 1. I think he's better than the Odell, although I prefer Odell's route running, but I think he's got a little more catch in traffic, and the spec isn't too far off. The Julio's made some mistakes for me at receiver. The Moss has been really good, but, it's just finding a great spot to use him in. So I really do think this Dez deserves to be in the Tier 1 superstar conversation in Ultimate Team. Now, I don't know about the field. The Cowboys fans are going to let me hear it in the comments right now saying Dez is a superstar. It's not his fault. He throws up the X all the time, Farls. You're a Cowboy hater. So I'm dying to see what they have to say, but you guys let me know. The other huge topic of conversation, and we went over it a little bit, is the chemistry update and chemistry master. The Antonio Brown with upgrades can be up to 97 route running. I think you can get a Tavon Austin from one of these that you can get up to 96 speed. You've got Clowney. If I could only get Clowney or AB, I mean, it's got to be Clowney because I just think he's such a game changer. Whereas Brown, trust me, I love his route running. I think he's fantastic, but he doesn't have like the speed that's going to just bust the game open. Whereas Clowney, I mean, he can do it all, and you know I love it for a can do it all style of player. So I would say I'd go with the Clowney. But overall, I mean, there is some really cool combinations. As far as how many solo challenges you have to complete, I'm going to ask my man Steeltown to post in the comments of this video about how long it took him to do offensive and defensive. I know you can head on over to Mudhead and see lineups and options that you would need to unlock the solos, and I think we should all look into that to make sure, you know, if you're going to put the time into the solos that you'll be able to complete them. So that is what I've got going on tonight, guys. I'm about to go watch some more games, but if you have any Team of the Week 10 questions, make sure to let me know. ZFarls, until next time, guys, lock up. We invented the X and Dez borrowed it, but that's cool. Lock up.